Hey there, Gray Family here from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. In today's lesson, this is not actually specifically a blues lesson by any stretch. In fact, this is about changing chords and how to change more smoothly. And I'm going to say faster, although to be perfectly honest, in many cases, you're going to end up changing slower in order to make the sound that actually sounds good. Let me show you what I mean. We're going to start, let's just take something simple. Let's say we're doing a G chord and a C chord, and we're using what I call the most popular strum in the world. Right, and if you don't already know that one, it's down, miss the up, down, up, miss the down, up, down, up. This is used in thousands and thousands and thousands of songs. I come across it so often that I've deemed it the most popular strum in the world. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... All right, so here's the thing. Let's say we want to go from that G, and I'm playing rock and roll G. You can use open G, you can use country G, barnyard G, whichever G you like. Let's say the next chord is a C, okay? Well, first of all, G to C is always going to be a little bit tricky because of the fact that you got to turn your hand around. In this case, you can see that my, I'll say leading finger, meaning my lowest finger is my middle finger, so my other fingers are kind of behind it. When I turn it around, now my third finger is leading and I've got these other ones behind it. So any situation like that tends to be a little bit more of a challenge. But here's the thing. If I do that strum, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then I make that change in time, notice how it kind of sounds herky-jerky, like it sounds abrupt. It doesn't sound smooth. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and... It's a very abrupt transition. Now, if I'm going really slow, it sounds okay. But let's say that I'm going a little bit faster. Okay, that's a real challenge. That's no joke. Like, if you're watching me make that change thinking, there's no way I could ever do that, you may be right. And that's okay. That's what I'm here to tell you today, is that it's okay. I would not even do that when I can. What I would do is what I commonly call sloughing that change. So whenever you have an up strum right before your change, so in this case we have 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and then I have this last and. I'm actually going to let go of all of the strings right there, and then when I come to my next strum, I'm going to put them in place. Okay, so again, 1, now this is going to be really slow, it's not going to sound good, but when I speed it up, you'll see this sounds great. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, slough, 1 and 3, slough. So I'm actually using that very last strum before the chord change, that very last up strum. Now, if I don't have a final up strum before the chord change, then I'll just make the change. If I'm doing something double time, same thing. That last up strum, that very last one. Right, so I get a lot of that kind of thing, but it sounds nice and smooth. It makes the change not be super rushed, okay? And it's not super rushed. So that's really all there is to it. And it doesn't matter, again, if I'm doing, you know, this kind, or if I'm doing that. In either case, if I just lift off my hand during that last up strum before the change, it makes it a lot smoother. It makes it possible, right? There's a lot of situations where you can't possibly make a chord change that fast. It's never going to happen. I could do the same thing, by the way, with a bar chord. If I was doing like B minor, down to G, back to the B minor. If I slow that down, and you can probably hear and see just that one little up strum gives me the time to make the change. So particularly when you're going back and forth between a bar chord and an open position chord, or between two open position chords that are challenging, or any two chords that give you trouble, if you've got a decent tempo going on with your right hand or your strumming hand, whether that be right or left, use that last up strum, let go, make the change during that, and you're going to be in a whole lot better shape. Okay, so hopefully this video is useful for you. As always, if you have guitar playing friends that you think would benefit, I hope you'll share it with them. I'm Griff Hamlin from Blues Guitar Unleashed, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.